Right, guys, a quick introduction, myself, and what we're gonna be doing today. So technically, my name is Eniel, and I've been working on putting up some videos for portfolio purposes and also educational purposes. I have a playlist that I already started with an Active Directory deployment with some computers inside and some users. This is gonna be part of my playlist. Moving on forward with the environment and some of the things that needs to be configured for a company structure in Active Directory, which is used as a directory service for companies. So this video is a deeper dive into things that Active Directory can provide in order to manage users from the domain controller. And the next video I'm posting, which is this one, will contain some of the things that we will do to configure our environment. So on the way, I will be making up for some things that will be missing, but I will be very explicit when it comes to this. So the purpose of this video will be setting up a storage drive and making a backup, assigning the proper privileges and permissions for admin to manage folders for different departments. So we're going to be creating departments and some users, and we're going to make a share from this management tool in the Active Directory. So this one is going to contain the share drives and the backup inside of the Active Directory, and it's going to be sharing the network with other computers that will be joining. So we'll go through that process at the end, and so a bit more details on this after we create the first thing we're going to do. We're going to create the share drives on the Active Directory. There's many ways to do this, but on this one I'm going to still use my lab environment with the Active Directory, but it could be done different ways. And next, we're going to create share folders for our respective departments with the proper privileges for each department. So we're going to do some organizational units, and then we're going to make groups where we could add up users to manage it in an easier way, in a more proper way, because it'll be easier to manage a group and just add the users that will be part of the group, and then we can just add it to a computer that department will be using and such and such. And we're going to create and assign Active Directory groups, as we said, organizational units, and then inside of those we're going to make create groups containing the privilege and permission. Then we're going to configure NTFS share and share the permissions, as I already mentioned, and then we're going to map those drives to their user departments. We'll do a little demonstration on how you do it, and we'll also create some files to see if the connections are synced. Then we'll add department and groups to their computers. I already mentioned that. And we can also do activate monitoring and ordering through PowerShell. We'll see if we get to that part. And we'll do all of this from the domain controller, which is the central management interface that we could use to do all these configuration deployments in a massive scale. But this one's not going to be not going to be as big. But basically, this is the route to things that you have to do, and then just rinse and repeat for things. So let's get started. So over here we're on Active Directory server, and I had already created a network share drive and a backup. So let's just take you through that again. From here, from the start menu, we'll go to Server Manager. This is our Server Manager. Let me see this warning. Server Manager, Windows admin. And let me see where I'm at, right? This is our file directory, which will have things once we create them. Let me see where I was. So let me delete that. So the way I did from the server manager, I started here and I created shares on these sockets. As you can see, let me make this bigger. So this is our domain controller, and over here, if you can see, I got the volumes I've created already, and I'm gonna do that over and over. But you can see the C drive is our center, our first share, which is belong to the computer. Then I did the D drive, which is gonna contain the shares and the departments, and then the E is the backup. That's how I did it. Okay, so let's regress a little on this. So if you don't have a file share server, so we'll come over here, let's say tool, from here, let's go server manager. So we're gonna add the share server just from scratch. So we're gonna go to manage and then add roles and features. So whatever you would like to add from here, you have to just follow this GUI installation type, and let's hit next. Installation type, role based on feature based on installation, remote desktop. We're not using that, which is called 4. This is our domain controller, which we're gonna select, and then server roles. This is where you want to be at. So over here, everything that's checked is part of it already. So if I want to do the DHCP server, we'll do that, DNS, and then printers added, that could be done in the share. But over here, I want to show you the file and storage service. So this is installed already. So you're gonna check this box, and you're gonna click next, and then just group policy management is installed. So anything that you will be needing for this will be over here, but pretty simple and explain. Then you want to actually check which type of SMB will be installed, and not making sure that you're not installing something that is vulnerable. But I will say this is good. Then just keep going from there. You select it, and then let me see. It's already there. So it's not gonna let me move forward, I'm assuming, because I already have one. So it's literally letting me know. But what you will do, you're gonna be clicking next, and then finally you'll be installed. And when you come back to the servers, let me see what type of servers I have. So when you go to all servers, I have AD certificate service, the domain service, DHCP, DNS. So pretty much that's all we need for now. A file share store. So let's minimize this window. So over here, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go into, let's say, this management. Right, so quick correction. So I mean, before I was able to access my disk partition management by just typing disk management. So it won't really show up as this management. So what you're gonna look for is create and format hard disk partition. And this can also be accessed by control panel. You see, right here, control panel. You can open it, and then quickly it should be accessible. Type disk, you'll see more options. Easy access, turn on Windows features, on or off. adjust computer settings. We're just looking for this. So over here, we got administrative tools, which you have create, format, hard disk partition. So disk management, that's what I was looking for. But I got a little sidetrack on the process. So quickly, over here we can see the ones that are already created. This is our central drive, which is going to be your base, which is going to be building off of this, and then network share folder, and then the backup, which is linked to the main share drive. So what you like to do is right click on your C drive, change drive letter, shrink volume. So in this GUI, you have the options to allocate space. So you like to see, like you can see over here, how much space do I have? I have 413 free gigabytes, and it's a healthy boot. So for example, let's just keep it realistic. You're going to need to know like how much is going to, especially looking to use. In my case, previously I allocated 100 gigabytes. So over here, you're gonna put that in megabytes, which you will have at least 6 digits of 10, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6 digits, right? Quickly, let me see, 32, 35, 71, right? So 6 digits. Then you're gonna apply shrink. Check this total size before shrink. This is your size on top. You can see your megabytes, right? And then size of available space, so you can still pick up from the availability. This is the total. And then over here we got 40,860 657. So from here we're gonna take, let's say 10,000. Just make sure 10, 1, 2, 3. Yes, and then shrink it. Oh, well, I was missing a 0. Let me see if I could enlarge this volume. New simple volume. Nope. Let me see on properties. Only got 10 megabytes. So let's see if I can do it again from here. Shrink volume. And how about we just put a 1 at the end, right? And then let's start putting zeros. And this is for the sake of the example. So then you create it, right? So you see it will be appearing right here on the top. Let's see, partition 0, basic LD. See over here what I got. That's our C drive, partition 0, our network share, and our backup. All right, so this space right here, it's not lettered up because it's not yet allocated. So what you want to do, you want to go here and create a new simple volume, do it, and the GUI is going to have you name everything. So right here, what we want to do, we're going to allocate only half of what we have available. Disk space, minimum disk space, 8. So let's say from 11, 86, and 55. Let's cut that in half quickly. So what we want to do, we want to actually put the number in half so we can just quickly make our backup dedicated to this. So we will do the half of it will be 59,327, 327.5. For example, unacceptable character, 327. Let's see if we can get 5. Yeah, so that'll go into half of it. Set back. Okay, so it's not taking the next digit, which is meaning like um a cent value, which is not a whole number. Then assign the following letter. So over here, you're going to see which letter makes sense to your environment. In this case, I'm gonna use the F letter because it's gonna be to delete and then mount in the following empty folder. Do not assign a drive letter or drive path. We don't need that, and keep going. So format this volume. Yeah, just leave it at NTFS for window and just use the default, and then the label we're gonna say is a test volume. Test volume. And let's not leave any spacers on this. Perform a quick format, enable files, and for the compression. That could be good. And then from here, just click finish. So it's already allocated. So now we have a F drive, which is over here. And now we still have allocated space. So for this one, we're gonna have to connect these two to the link, and then it'll be like a shadow copy image. So let's go into it again and see delete volume, properties. Let's see what we got. Sharing, customize, choose a file, shadow copies. So we will have to enable it. All right, so it's disabled, we can enable it, and also pick which drive will be a backup. So for this, just take the unallocated space and then create another volume and use it. We use the F letter was already in use, and it's giving us the, let's say, use the B for backup. Next, click next, click finish. So now it's allocated. So now you can just assign it. Go to properties again, and then shadow copies. So we cannot see G on this, and let's just make sure it's already done. Pardon me, we're looking for B. Let's again go into properties and go for that, and we're looking for B. Well, let's just use this, enable it. If you enable shadow copies, will be used as default schedule setting and create shadow copies of the selected volume. Now, the default settings are not appropriate for the server that have input-output load for heavily used servers. We're not trying to use anything close to that. Okay, so quickly, so let's just regress a little for the sake of learning. So right here, we are at our volume. The one we would like to activate, you see, is disabled because we're working with F. That's one of our newly created. So once you have it, you're gonna use B. So over here, when you say enable, it's gonna do a basic enabling. So you want settings. Again, as volume copy, we have properties right now, and that could be accessed to here too. Once you have it, you see it's created. So go over here, if you go from right here, and then tools, hardware, customize, choose general tool, security. Oh, I cannot see the shadow copies from here. So let's go back to the manager. right, so from here we can just choose it. We have our F, and then go into properties. You see it gives you a little more choices, so shadow and settings. Use limit. Let me see. Yeah, it's gonna be bit by bit copy, and then details. Let's close that. So located in this volume. So volume F is gonna be where we're backing up, and then you have to set up the backup drive so that that'll make a copy, and then you want to schedule it for whatever time works for you. So on this, we're not gonna go through anything on this. Just make sure you don't do it at an hour that's gonna interrupt working hours, and then press OK, and then OK, and let's see. OK again. Then let's verify if our backup it's created. Let's check on this. Backup no, this is our old volume. Exit that partition F. So let's verify if this link, new volume B. Let's go back in. Just check if the copies are available. So you see how as a timer, they're already synced. So they are linked and they are already working together. Over here you can do disable. So it's already enabled because you don't have the action to go here, to go in. And then if you go back, it's mapped to the backup. You can see the details and storage volume. You can change the name and everything, but it's just what we done. So that was just for the example. All right. So let's just unallocate the spaces because we were just using this. I already have this set up for network shares, and I have this too. So let's see, property delete volume. Let's make sure we're deleting the correct volume. So we'll do F. We'll delete it because we need the space. And then we work with B, delete it. Yeah. And now we have an allocated space, and I will just, let's say, properties. All right, so let's keep moving forward before it gets a little too late. We're gonna keep this. All right. So the next thing in this, what we're going to do, let's close this because it's already shared. Let's go back to the server management. File share and shares. And let's. So what we're doing next on this will be, after we created our backup and it's enabled, we'll create some share folders for our respective departments. And then from there, we're gonna create and assign Active Directory groups. So let's do the completion quickly. So over here, we can go into share folders and then over here, we got all our share drives. So we go from C, that's everything. Then this is the drive we're using and it's connected. This is the backup, right? And then over here, we got the shares that we created. So to do this, to say shares, you can just do go into new folder and name it. But what we're doing, we're not going to use this. We're going to delete that. And then we're going to shares, then share network folder. So this sort of a share folder tree, and then let's see what we got. I already have some department folders, and then we got finance. So let's go back to computers and users. And over here, it is our domain tree for organization of users. So we got HR, IT, financial department. Let's create 2 more because we need the help desk, new, organizational unit. I'm gonna say help desk. See, I need a better name scheme on this. I'll do with no space, help desk, and then we'll change this name. I'll rename. We'll use all capitals on finance. Looks better. And then we don't have sales, so new. New organizational unit, and then just say sales. Sales. And just create it. All right. Help desk and sales. HR is in. So I guess I'm missing the help desk, the sales. Let's just go slowly and let's go back to our shares. Maybe make these a little smaller. So from here we can just start creating and making sense of each department on our tree. These are my organizational units, and then I'm inside shares. So right here we quickly have a help desk. And then we're missing sales. Sales. And then things make sense when they look alike. So it'll be easier for the name convention. Finance. Done. So we got 5 departments. Yeah, and no admin shares needed at the moment. And let's see what we got. Just confirming the groups that I already have. All right. So we have all those. So next, what we like to do, it's create groups and users that will belong in to these departments and make the onboarding process a little easier. So we're gonna have groups inside of all these things. So group structure and a directory of organizational units. Let's give IT a group. We got finance. I think I already have a group that I created to share that drive. So let's just create the next group, which is IT. And from here, I'm gonna just dedicate the group within the rules, which you can assign the privileges. So automatically it's gonna be connected with the shared, and it's going to make sense. For example, this is what we're going to do inside of these organizational units. Simply, we're just going to make a security group that whichever group users from this department will have access to that shared drive. That's what is it's labeled that way with the name. And then you can just assign this group into the specific share drive that we're share folder that we're assigning for finance department. So let's just go into IT and then say new organization or unit name. Let's say so working on share drive. Share drive. Let's say the letter shared. Let's confirm that. No. Just making sure. Back over here, and the one we're using is the D drive. Just making sure. Hold on. D drive for IT. D drive. No. Share folder. Let's say IT. Very explicit. And then just say, okay. So it's inside. And then group view, group name. So quickly, let me just make a quick correction. So, I mean, this is another organizational unit inside of the IT. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with this, but what we want to do is really create a group. We'll do new group. And the group name will have the name of that share that we just create. IT share folder. All right. So we will do a global and security, and then we cannot create an object share folder because the thing was made to what? Yeah. So first, let's delete this gentleman right here. Let me see. Are you sure you want? Yes, you do. You do not have sufficient privilege to delete this IT share folder for this object. Is protected from accidental deletions. Okay, we'll have to figure that one out. But for the sake of this, let's just keep going. Let's say new group. We just need to do IT share. IT share. And then global and security is created. So now we have a group rather than IT folder. So this right here will help us just add people. And then let's just do the same. Let's just rinse and repeat for the others. Okay, so let's give some users to this environment. Let's close this one. Let's create some users for these groups. Quickly. So for the sake of the example, Let's just keep creating them here. New user, Patrick. User first name, Patrick S. Next, I'll use the most changed password. Let's give him a password. Let's finish. Let's make another one. Right, I got some users to become part of some of the departments. So we'll be added as member of respective groups over here. And let's just do it quickly. Let's see what we got. Under properties, managed by. Let's not do this yet. Let's go by the users. All right, so Bill will be membered of. Let me see what I got. Domain users. I'll say it's just domain users. Let's see. We're making part of HR. Check name. So he's part of HR. Then apply. Okay. And then we'll see who is member of our two properties. And over here, he'll be able to use the share. So Mr. Suarez will be on sales. Sales. Share for sales as part of that group. Apply. Okay. Mary will be part of IT. Member of, add IT, check the name. Now she's part of it. Apply. Okay. So John Doe will be from the help desk. Let's do raise member of help. He's on that share. Apply. Okay. Patrick. Let's get Patrick as financial. Finance. Apply. Okay. All right. So we had our groups, and now we have our members. So what's next? First, we're gonna configure the NTFS shares and permissions, and we're also gonna configure the drive permissions to only admins, and we're gonna give admins full control. So let's go into our network share drive and look at the properties and see who has permissions, security. Let's get this a little bigger if it's possible. So creators, assistant, lab, admin, we'll go edit, assistant, users corp. So every user kind of has thing administrators. They do have, unless we have an admin that does have a specific, but our guy is this guy, and we're gonna give him full control. And then I don't want all the administrators to have control, so we're gonna get that out. And then users corp, no, I don't need these guys to have control from this. And then assistant, creator owner. Let's see if this will bring some problems. So all we need is the global administrator and the system to have permissions. So yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the creator owner that has it, but we're not gonna click anything because we had our admin that actually can make changes. We'll do apply and okay. That's for our shared drive. Then let's go okay. So let's see our backup, who manages this one. Let's go security and edit. So everyone needs to be removed. Creator, assistant, administrators, group, users corp, no, remove that. Then administrators, we'll add lab admin, and then he's good, full control. And then administrators, will remove them, so they have no power. And then we'll apply that. And now we'll go into our shares. And then network shares. So let's check on these two. For security, our lab admin has it. This one, that's okay, they could be here. We can just remove them. Let's see, remove. Yeah. We'll have our guide, and let's hit apply. Let's hit OK. So now we're gonna do it share by share. So over here we have it, and then from here we just have to go to properties, and then security, who's a member of it, test user. We'll get this guy out of here. Well, create owner, lab admin. Let's see, he has full control, so he can do it. And then let's remove this guy. He doesn't belong here. Since he already had those. Finance code, read and execute. Yeah, and then we're gonna add this group. Read and write. Let's see what we can do now. Add conditions to limit access. The principal will be granted. Specify permissions only if conditions are met. Select principal. Right, so let's find that group. So we're working with IT. No, we're working with finance. So we have our share drive right here. So any user that's added to this group will just have access to it. And then over here, read and write, read, list folder content, read and execute, modify. So yeah, that's basically what we need. So we have our guys, and then apply and okay. And that's done. And we'll give an example, and I'll come back when we rinse and repeat this for everyone. Okay, so quickly, so what we have accomplished, we already have assigned some groups to some of these share folder for the departments. Keep it simple and basic. The admins had control of the network share drive, and then the shares, and then the network share folders, and then the backups are going down. Respective departments, they have users assigned to those groups. Now we will map a share drive and into the network, so we'll be able to, let's see, network, open new window, quick start, map network drives, disconnect network drives. Let's see what we got here. Set up new connection or network, troubleshoot problems, connection, internet, domain, network. So set up broadband, dial-up, VPN, and connections, or set up a router, access point. For now, we good. Let's see. Map network drive. Let's see what we got. Okay. What network folder would you like to map? For now, we're okay. Reconnect, assign, reconnect using credentials. All right. So let's see what we got here. So the way we're gonna try this, I'm gonna test it out. Let's go to computers, clients, plan one, add to a group, disable account, manage properties, operation system, member of. All right, so this one is already a member of IT. And if we would like to get another group, then we'll do it here. But let's log in one of the users and create something. So let's get into that machine. Let's see where quickly. All right, so we got that client, and let's log in into the machine as one of the users to see what we have. So we log in after admin, manage my account, sign out. So at the moment we're signed out, and it's going to give us the option to log in as another user. Then we're going to look into our domain controller and see users, find properties from IT share it, and let's find a user from IT. Let's see actions. See, look for somebody. Find. So here we can find a computer. We can find users. See what they got. Whoever is member of IT. That's what I'm looking for. Name. search. Let's try another way. So IT. All right, we need to find these guys that are already assigned. So we went into the IT group, shared, and then we'll do properties, and we'll get members, and we'll get Marie. So we'll have Marie, and we're gonna assign into her computer quickly. So display name Marie Alvarez, and we'll get into that account. User logo name. So Marie 8. Also, let's do that. Profile, organization. We can do all that. So let's just go into the machine and try to log her in. And make sure it's the right computer. Prime one. Maria. Let's go. Maria. Or that Pantroso. That. Yeah, and then we'll punch in the password. Our password is incorrect. Let's get the password going. Having a little trouble with the password. Right, so let's quickly get her logged in. Then she's in. All right, so let's see what is over here. So we're on Fire Explorer, and this PC, there's only the share drive, the network. Let's see what we're gonna do. Property, select all options, open each folder. Well, let's try quickly if she can access her shares from here. So we're gonna type. So let's the way we do this, we go into our DC and let's press OK and close this out. So we have our init shares. No, network discovery is turned off. Click to change. So we're gonna do turn on, so it could be discovered. Yeah. All right, so let's go into the IT, which let me see if we can access the share from her department. So it's IT, and we'll look at the properties and then sharing, not share. All right, we'll have to figure this one out. All right, so quickly, let's go back to the domain controller. I'm gonna show you how to do the sharing on these type of setups. So let's go. Domain controller is our IT, and our network is already shared. So this is the file. We go right here, and each one will have, this is NT, and it shows like that. But over here, we quickly go into properties, and these folders, they're not shared yet, but then you share it, and you said, for example, let's say HR. This is share with IT. No, we need to share with this guy, read and write, and then share. So it's done. So simple name convention. So now it's being shared. So that's the path right here. And then just close it, and you can do it for anything. But for the sake of the example, what I would do, I'll go, and then this is our shared. So let's go back into the machine. In another video, I'm going to show how to do it with a group policy. So once these people log in into the environment, they'll be able to just have it automatically map. And then, so what we're going to do and do a demonstration for IT, we're going to make a file on the local machine. So client one, leave, and then let's go into domain controller. This is wrong. This PC over here, and then just type in, look, it's already done. It's ready. It'll take you straight up to IT, and we can see we no longer have the HR because it was deleted. So right here, well, you see Windows cannot access because I already messed it up. Kind of like didn't grant the access. So we're already inside of the share. And let's create something for these guys. So we are now. Then the user is going to this PC. Network this PC. Let's see what we got on our user profile. Users. Then we got Marie. And Marie, we see her profile and everything. So we have Marie right here on her user profile. And what I'm trying to do right now is to quickly, all right, so this could be a little confusing when we over here at this point, you see the folder, it's already showing up, but we cannot create folders unless we do this first. So go to map network drive, and we're gonna get that drive map. And then the D, it's already mapped. So when you finish attempting to connect, device is already, yes. So that's what you need to do. So over here, Marie is gonna say new, and then we'll say a document. And this is what you can do for a user. You can say this is the share folder for the IT department, for example. And it would just have that for user for the IT department, um, user Marie, user Marie, Marie 8, and then just do it here. So we were able to do it from the user's local computer, and we didn't even have to add. So it's done. And this is done. So let's go back to the domain controller. And then right away, you can see it's declined. So look, she was able to see what we created on the user. And for today, that's a demonstration. So we'll do different way. The next time we'll do with a GPO to have every user have their share already mapped. Thank you very much. And let me close out this video.